Hi everyone, welcome. This is Heather Gravlin from Aurora Essence Healing, and today this is episode 5, story 5. Today I'm going to put a little disclaimer about what I'm saying because it can be a trigger for some people that have experienced trauma or abuse. So at this time of my life, I'm going, from birth to now. I am in intermediate school, like 5th, 6th grade. And this is like a video about listening to your intuition at all times, okay? Really hearing what is coming to you and following it right away. Like once you get that feeling, you need to listen to it. So these are like psychic experiences that I've had during that time. So I lived in this apartment. We moved again to a new apartment. And there was, a neighbor who was my friend's brother. He ended up building a fort outside. And there was a situation that we were out there. And he didn't want us to leave the fort. And like instantly a woman in spirit came to me and was like, you need to run as fast as possible. So it ended up being that the sister was like, do not hurt her, let her leave now. And I booked out of there as fast as I could. That's all I'm going to say about that story, is that I was really young, under 10 years old, and I was told, you are going to be hurt by this person. And I had a woman come to me and say, you need to exit as fast as possible. So I did that, and I don't remember playing outside again or really going over their house anymore after that. I had a lot of visions about what could happen at that time, and I didn't fully understand all of that stuff yet. And I wasn't taught any of that stuff, so I didn't know. You have to follow, even as a child, your intuition. If something feels wrong, you need to leave immediately or tell someone or something like that. My next story is in that same apartment, is, follow your intuition every moment, very fast thinking. We had a big storm happening, and it was crazy thunder and lightning out, cracking like right in the parking lot. And we had our windows, because it was so hot and humid in the apartment, we had our window on the far side in the kitchen open like this much. And then we had another window on the other side of the apartment open like this much, just to get some airflow. And all of a sudden I heard, do not move, freeze. So I was like, I got up and I went like this, and I froze, and I looked, and there was literally a lightning, like a flash of light came from one window straight across my face like this, right out the other window. That was the fastest reaction I think I have ever auditorily heard, and reacted. I just like literally froze, halted. And if I would have been a bit farther in, I do not know how that happened. I have never heard of going into a window, out of a window. That was absolutely the most crazy thing to experience. But like I said, follow that intuition, follow what your team says, follow everything. If you think something feels weird, you better listen to it. Your gut, your heart, your soul is talking to you at every moment in time. This is also the time period where I started realizing that, like, oh, I'm picking up things from people that I don't know. I just go near them and I hear things, or I pick up things. So, and I honestly like kind of forgot about this as a kid, that this happened. But we had moved to a house in Dayville, and this was the next place that I moved, and it was like a raised ranch, and there was like a cul-de-sac, and we had like a group of friends. We all like rode bikes and stuff up and down, and there was this one friend that I had, a girl, and I would go over her house and we'd hang out, and it was like the first time that I actually ever picked up on someone being gay. I have lots of gay friends, gay family members. I love people. I don't care what anyone's sexuality is at all. It just happened to be the first time that in my energy and my mind, I was told, oh, this person is gay, and this person doesn't know it yet, which was kind of interesting. Because we weren't really like, we were like 10 years old. So we're like just kind of starting to really, you know, think about those things a lot, be into puberty and things like that. So that is, you know, and now this woman is openly gay, and I pray she's living her best life and having a wonderful time. But it was very interesting for me as a child to like recognize that. And I have also done that now as an adult. I know when people like, are gay or bisexual, or if they're unhappy, or if they're not living in an authentic life. I am very much told that when I go around someone. The last thing of this episode is, also a very intense, strange thing that happened. I'll say all the stories are kind of strange and intense, but this one is different because it ended with someone departing, which at the time, my mom had a very abusive boyfriend at the time, and he had a heart condition, and he was very abusive, and I one day, like, it came to me, like, you're gonna have a heart attack and die. And I actually like said it when it came to my mind. And a couple weeks later, he had a heart attack and he died. He departed, you know. May God, you know, he has made peace and everything like that. And on the other side, and he actually had, I think, a heart transplant with someone else's heart, you know, put in, and then it just stopped. But he was not a great person to live with. It was not a very great time to deal with, but I was told very clearly that he was going to have this heart attack and he was going to die. I wasn't told when, I wasn't told how, but that did happen, unfortunately. It did perpetuate my life to being better because we were out of that situation, but that is the case. I was told, and that was my first experience about telling someone something that I knew that was going to happen to them. So this is a very intense episode, I guess, of different stories that have happened to me. I don't take any of this lightly. It's obviously very personal, and I'm putting it out there to the world, but for some reason my brain was given this ability to hear and see these things. So I am sharing everything that I can remember from, like I said, from birth to now in my life. So thank you for listening. I'm sorry if this was a trigger for anyone or if it was upsetting to hear. I don't want to censor my experiences too much, so this is something that I'm willing to share. So I hope that you, you know, you can ask me any questions you want. You can comment, hopefully, kindly. I understand that not everyone's gonna have a kind opinion. It's okay. But I hope you tune in for the next episode. Thank you all.